Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Cinema Kings. We are on episode 4. We have a packed show. We got to talk about the Oscar noms, Spider-Man 4 rumors, and a good, interesting topic that I came up with about Marvel of how they should change their formula. I'm joined by my co-hosts Noah and Darius. How you boys doing?
He killed it. He killed it. He killed it. He was so stressed. His first time doing the intro. He killed it, ladies and gentlemen. One hit wonder. First take.
First take.
No, I'm good. I'm ready to talk about these Oscar nominations.
These Oscar nominations, yeah, are pretty.
Such a mixed bag of nominations. Some really good ones and
a lot of.
Oh God.
Emilia Perez.
Oh God.
Okay. Funny thing, we were supposed to watch that last night, and the movie gods, like they must have had mercy on me because I can't find my remote. So I can't find. Like I literally turned my room upside down to try to find it. It's nowhere to be found. It's gonna be a problem because tomorrow's NFL day. So I mean.
So we tried watching this. If you guys think of this, like, why didn't they watch it? They can't form their own opinion. Like they said, the movie gods don't want us to watch it. Like
we'll watch it at some point when I find my remote. But
yeah. Instead, we watched The Hangover and Horrible Bosses.
Horrible Bosses.
I did see Nickel Boys today.
I watched Blink twice. So yeah.
Also the movie.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to give your quick thoughts on Nickel Boys?
I think it's a movie everyone should try and watch, even though it's not the easiest to find right now. I mean, they were playing it. They were doing one showing at my AMC, and it was at noon. Like I got up at like 10:30, and I saw it, and I was like, "Oh, this is like my only chance to probably get to see it." So I went over there. It's shot in a really interesting way. Like it kind of goes back and forth between first-person perspectives of different characters. So it's very very different performance. A lot of performances are like off camera. So they're very subtle, and then sometimes you think a character thinks, since you don't see their face, you don't catch how they're actually delivering the line until later on when you see the other perspective. Then you're like, okay, this is what they meant by that. Very, very upsetting subject matter. I don't want to give it away because I think it's best that you go into it blind. But some very powerful like racial themes and a lot of tragedy involved. Very, very good movie. I needed a palate cleanser by the end of it because the end made me so upset that I had to go and watch One of Them Days, the comedy movie.
It's one of those movies, huh?
That movie was fun though. I had fun with that too. One of the Days is actually actually a funny comedy movie, which is not easy to find these days, but that was actually really funny, and I like that one a lot too. But yeah, I'd recommend Nickel Boys. It definitely deserves to be getting the buzz it's getting. I wish it was easier to. I wish it was marketed better and it was easier to see it. But yeah, that's a topic for another day. How some of these independent studios have been fumbling the bag with these great films this year. They just haven't been showing them anywhere.
No marketing. Like I told you, I knew nothing about this movie. Literally nothing.
Yeah, it's.
I don't know who it. I don't know who directed it. Yeah.
Yeah, like David Diggs is in it, who's a pretty big actor, and I had no idea. I was like, wait, he's in this?
Yeah.
It was crazy, but yeah.
Final score.
I give it an 8.5. I think I'd give it a 9. And honestly, 9 out of 10.
All right. So, pull up the Oscar noms.
Oh boy!
Let's get right into it.
Now
get right into it. You ready? Got a lot to say about this, so
let's do it.
All right. Here we go. First nomination, actor in a leading role. We have Adrian Brody in The Brutalist, Timothy Chalamet in A Complete Unknown, Coleman Domingo in Sing Sing, Ralph Fiennes in Conclave, and Sebastian Stan making it in for The Apprentice. RJ, thoughts on this category?
I have a hot take, and I don't want the Timmy fans coming at me. I love Timothée Chalamet. He said too late. I love Timothée Chalamet.
You said his name, bro.
I do. I love Timmy. We all love Timmy. But I watched The Real Pain this week, and one right. That's a very terrific film, and I feel like Kieran Culkin, he's great, but Jesse Eisenberg's performance is not touched upon, is not like talked about enough.
Thank you.
And I feel like it's not better than I mean, you guys, I haven't seen The Brutalist, but I'm Adrian Brody. He's killing, like I'm like Darius.
He's a front runner.
Yeah, he's a front runner and stuff, and
probably should be, yeah.
But I think they should replace Tim. I've seen A Complete Unknown. I think they should replace Timothy. Listen. I just feel like, because I love A Complete Unknown, I really do. I think that's a great movie. But to me, in some scenes, it does feel Oscar baity in a way. In some scenes, it does.
It's a biopic.
Like that's my issue with music biopics. And the Oscar, like the Academy, has a big hard on for music biopics and war movies. That's what they love. To me, while he's good in the movie, it feels very Oscar baity. And there's like 3 scenes in A Real Pain where Jesse Eisenberg is just terrific, and he's like pouring his heart out to Kieran Culkin's character who plays his cousin. And if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to get into spoilers, but like there's a tragedy there was something that happens prior to like where we are in the movie, like in the past, and with Kieran Culkin's character, and Jesse Eisenberg is like just wondering why he chose to do that and stuff, and he keeps wondering, and it's good facial acting from Jesse, and I arguably since The Social Network, I think this is like his best. Like this and The Social Network is like top 2.
I think these are his best.
Yeah.
Also, he's directing on top of that.
Written too, wrote too,
and wrote it.
I'm really surprised that Sebastian Stan got in. Not that he got in, but the movie he got in for.
Yes,
because
definitely.
Considering where we are now in the year 2025, I thought, because I remember I said I thought he was going to get in for A Different Man, but he got in for The Apprentice, which I'm glad he got in though, because he deserves recognition because his career is taking off, like outside of Marvel, and I love that for him.
I think this goes back to what we were talking about. Like, I think that he got in not only because of Apprentice, I think he got in because he did that and Different Man in the same year, which like a guy shows that much range. A guy shows that much range, you have to you kind of have to reward him with putting at least one of those films in, like, which I'm surprised they chose The Apprentice too, because of the way like some of these studios are moving now with like kind of trying to toe the line between like the party line stuff. Like they're not wanting to get involved in that. Like I was really surprised that they chose this.
Because you're right. He's got 2 big performances riding in, which is why I think he got the nomination. But you're right. I'm so surprised. I think this was his better performance for sure.
I need to see the 2. Different Man was really good.
But he transformed into Trump, and not like an impression or anything like that. Like, he embodied this guy in like multiple stages of his life. But it's still the fact that they chose, such a controversial movie on the most controversial man. Like, I'm surprised, but it's the right pick, I think. I mean, a lot of people saying Daniel Craig. It was supposed to be Daniel Craig. Like, that was the 5 predictions, these 4, and then Daniel Craig for Queer.
It feels like people kind of fall out of love with that movie, Queer.
It was. Yeah, I saw that.
I need to see it.
No nominations for this.
Yeah,
at all. But yeah, I'm happy.
Who would you guys? Who would be your pick? I mean, out of the movies you've seen, out of these 5, like who would?
Yeah, we'll do our picks and who we think will win.
Yeah,
like our personal picks, and then who we think is going to actually win.
Anyone want to go?
I'll go. Okay, so I haven't finished Conclave, but I started it today. I think Ralph Fiennes should win, but I don't think he's not my pick. I want him to win. I kind of want it for him. Well, actually, I mean, Coleman. I want Coleman to win. I want Sebastian to win.
It's
but
a great category.
it's a good. I think out of like the categories so far, like this one right here, like there's all of them have good stories. Like all the actors,
they got it
like,
right. Yeah.
Like because for Adrian Brody, even his first Oscar nom, his first Oscar win, he kind of like not dropped off, but like he was supposed to like really take off and he didn't. But now he's back in the limelight with the
resurgence. Yeah,
and with Timothy, if he were to win, it would be for history. Same with Coleman Domingo. And Ralph Fiennes is like, kind of like the icing on the cake of his career. And Sebastian Stan is like just on a crazy run right now. So that would every one of these guys, like it would be a great pick to win. But I think Ralph Fiennes is kind of like it's between Ralph Fiennes, Coleman, and Sebastian who I would want to win. But who I think is going to win, the front runner, like the pick, I think it's Adrian Brody. I think he will win. But I will say, I do think that the AI stuff, I hope that this doesn't happen, but the AI stuff could impact the voting. It could. You never know. You never know.
The way that's being reported, it kind of feels like a hit piece. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
The way they reported
that's why
was way overblown. I mean, I don't agree with the way they used it, but like the way it was reported, it made it seem like it was used way more than the director. At least what the director has said. Like it made it seem like it was way worse than it was, and I feel like it might impact.
Yeah, and the news was released on it like right before the nominations came out.
It felt targeted. It's like, come on, guys.
Yeah. So your personal pick is.
Go ahead. No, my personal pick is my who I think is always is Adrian Brody.
Yeah, but who you pick is Ray
Fiennes.
Yeah, I that's who I want to win.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm saying like the likely one is Adrian Brody.
Yeah. I agree. I think Adrian Brody's going to win this. I think he's the front runner. It's still really hard to tell because the other award shows haven't aired yet, and that could change a lot. But yeah, you're right. This is really tough. I think all of them totally deserving of an Oscar. Coleman Domingo, I think gives his best performance of his career. Ray Fiennes, he has so many great performances. This is on top or this is near the top for his. Chalamet was great, but I think I'd honestly go with Sebastian Stan. And I wasn't even thinking he was going to win because I didn't think he'd be nominated. But for my personal pick, I'm picking Sebastian Stan because, like what I said, like the way he transformed into this, like this is like one of the most toughest people to perform as without it being an impression. But he completely nailed it, and I wasn't expecting that at all. And I think plus you're also riding on the other performance he gave in A Different Man. Also, but it's really close for me between Sebastian Stan and Coleman Domingo for personal. But I'm going to go Sebastian Stan, but I think Adrian Brody's going to win.
Yeah, I think we're on the same boat that Adrian Brody's probably going to win. Like you said, at least for right now, because a lot could change with like the other award shows.
Yeah,
I think they're going to be very telling on what happens here. Personally, full disclosure, I was planning to see The Apprentice and Conclave. I plan on watching Conclave tomorrow, actually. If I can find my remote. If I can, so my mind is open to being changed, and it might be, but my personal pick out of the movies I've seen, I gotta go with Coleman Domingo as who I want to win. Because like his performance in Sing Sing, first off, he's bouncing off of people who are not actors a lot of the time, which is challenging in and of itself. Even though those guys all give great performances, I think Clarence Macklin is fantastic in that movie. But when you're surrounded by a cast of non-actors and you have to bounce off these people for an entire movie, and to give the performance that he gave, like I just felt so bad for the character. Like if you watch the movie, you understand what I mean. Like his character is put in such like an unfair and unfortunate situation, and he just kind of has to like he goes to like these emotional places where you're like, damn, like that. Like I don't know how I would hold this together for as long as he does. And when he cracks, he finally cracks, and it's like it's heartbreaking to watch. And he sells that really well. But I don't think there's a wrong answer on this list. If I had to pick a one that was the weak link, it'd probably be Timothy Chalamet. But like the week we got at this bunch is still an amazing performance. He was amazing and A Complete Unknown. I don't think they're going to give it to Timothy Chalamet only because, let's be real, the Academy when it comes to young actors, they tend to not give them stuff because they feel like, hey,
you gotta earn it or something.
You have more opportunities down the line.
You'll have your time.
Yeah, there'll be other shots. I think like a lot of it is narrative based, and like who I think is gonna win. Like RJ mentioned, like Adrian Brody's story, kind of like the resurgence of his career. Not that he was doing bad before this, but like this is his big comeback. So I think that coupled with like The Brutalist being like really like the hype it's been getting, I think it's gonna go to Adrian Brody. But yeah, I still need to see Apprentice and Conclave, but I'll be happy for Sebastian Stan too, like because I think like this he has some of the most range in Hollywood. Like to play these two roles in the same year, and then even some of the other stuff he's done, like I, Tonya, and stuff like that. Like he's shooting up there in the ranks. But yeah, I think Adrian Brody's got it.
You know, I want to see who Sebastian Stan work with, like what director? Robert Eggers.
That'd be dude. He would
great. I want him to act with Robert Pattinson as well in the movie Robert Eggers.
PTA. I want to see him with PTA too.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I want to see anybody with PTA. Honestly,
yeah.
PTA is the man.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting though. I think this is a really good category.
Probably the strongest one, honestly.
This is also another strong one. Actor in a supporting role. So we got Yura Borisov in Anora, Kieran Culkin in Real Pain, Edward Norton in A Complete Unknown, Guy Pearce
I got a problem with that one,
and Jeremy Strong in The Apprentice. What's your problem with it?
It's Edward Norton.
I knew it.
Ed Norton's a legend. I don't. His performance, like, there's nothing. I get it's an actor in a supporting role, but like, he doesn't do any. Like, there's a part of the movie where he's not in it. Like, there's a good portion of it, like towards like the middle. Like, he's like, there's a good portion where he's not in it, and I don't think that he does anything that deserves an Oscar nomination. To me, that's just like, I don't know. I just feel like
I mean, I would put my boy Clarence Macklin in then instead.
That's exactly, bro. Like he's way more. Ed Norton's really good in Complete Unknown. I agree. Ed Norton's really good in Complete Unknown, but in terms of who's more pivotal to the movie, like Clarence Macklin makes like that movie. Like he's half of why that movie is as good as it. Like Sing Sing as good as it is. Like as good
that's
as Coleman
the performance you walk out like thinking about, and you had a great performance by Coleman Domingo.
Yeah, it's like Ed Norton's good, but it's like he doesn't do much in the story of the movie. Like he's kind of like Bob Dylan's like the guy he's looks up to and like helps Bob out. But it's like he doesn't really have a standout moment to me. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. That's like because that's what kind of like what goes hand in hand with a supporting role and supporting like getting that nomination is having that standout scene that gets you that nom.
Your screen time is limited.
It doesn't have that in the movie.
Yeah, your screen time is limited, so you have to do something like really impactful in that screen time that you have because you're not the star, so you're not on screen the whole movie.
Quantity over quality, or quality over quantity.
But yeah, what are our picks for this one?
I just got to say the Oscars are not respecting Sing Sing. They did not like that movie as much. It didn't even get Best Picture nominated.
It feels very elitist. It feels like it's because it's filled with non-actors that they just don't.
Yeah,
it feels elitist. And
I don't understand.
I hate when the Academy does this, bro. Like I hate the snobby. Like, oh, there's not. They feel like they had to nominate Coleman because if they didn't, they would have been in a fight. It would have been in a world of trouble. They didn't nominate Coleman Domingo. Like they had.
Like it's a very like Oscar movie, like prison drama. but it's also like not like, oh, it's an Oscar movie. Like, no, it's an enjoyable movie.
It's not Oscar bait. Like, it's just a good movie.
Like, people loved it, and people love Clarence Macklin, and I think it'd be such a good story, even just nominating him.
You know what's sad? I feel like if they had just gotten actors to play the prisoners, they would have nominated it. I really feel like that.
Maybe.
I really feel like that. If they just gotten like not well-known actors, just actors in general, like people that acted before, they would have nominated it for best. I feel like they would have done it.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah.
Anyway,
I think Kieran Culkin wins this though. I think he's got it.
Yeah,
but I will say I would love if Euro wins. I would love that. Like, if he were to win, I would love it.
But is your personal pick Kieran, and you think he's gonna win?
It's both. It's both personal and yeah.
Yeah, I got the same thing. I love Kieran Culkin's performance. He gives one of the best performances of the year. I'm just a big Kieran Culkin guy. But
if he wins, and they pan the camera to
Jeremy Strong again, they're gonna do it because
they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
First of all, Jeremy Strong 100% deserved this nomination. He was insane as Roy Cohn in The Apprentice. Insane. He definitely deserved. Shout out to him.
He was in The Happening. He played the soldier. Yeah, he played the soldier running down the hill. He's like, guys,
every day
we gotta go.
Every day I learn something new about that movie. Jesus.
He was in it. He's the soldier. He tells the people, go this way or something. Like, he's in that one scene.
But I love seeing the Succession Roy brothers going against each other. Yeah. That's gonna be the story of the night.
Yeah.
But yeah, personal pick, Kieran Culkin, and I want Kieran Culkin to win. But shout out Jeremy Strong and Europe for some great performances.
I think we're all in agreement that Kieran Culkin's got this in the bag, most likely.
Yeah, sweep.
Personal pick, this was hard for me because out of the movies I've seen on this list, Yura Borisov gets such a unique performance. Like, he doesn't have much dialogue, but like, it's such a unique performance. He says a lot with like a little bit.
He's charming with the role too.
Yeah, he is. And Guy Pearce, okay, his character in The Brutalist, you have a hard time getting a read on the guy, but like, there's something off about him the whole movie. And once it's revealed what's wrong with this dude, like what his actual outlook is, if you feel surprised, but at the same time you don't, because Guy Pearce is so good at like conveying like this underlying like he's a douchebag even when he's being charming, and like when it's revealed who he actually is, it's not like a rug pull. It's like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's like he does such a good job of being like such a subtle asshole, which is like, I think is a really hard thing to do, and he gives a really great performance. Like, he detests this guy by the end of the movie. But so it's really tough between those three. But I'll probably give it to Kieran Culkin. Is like that last shot in a real.
He's got the heartbreaking performance. He's got the heartbreaking.
Yeah, it says it's so open ended. He has a million different expressions you can see on his face. Like, it's so good.
I was reading up theories on that ending, and oh my god, like some people
really dark theories. Really dark,
man. Yeah. That's why I love the ending though. Like, it's up to everyone's different interpretation of what's going to happen to him. But yeah, I think that one scene where Jesse Eisenberg's character is just describing his feelings towards Benji, Kieran Culkin's character, just completely describes his character and the performance that he gave. I love him, but I hate him, and I can't stand him, but I want to be him. Like, I think Kieran Culkin.
Because that's how that's how you feel about the Benji as like a character when you're watching it, because like he's a funny guy sometimes, a lot of the time.
Charming.
Sometimes he does things that are just like, no, like you make.
Sometimes it's a real pain.
Yeah, you're ruining this. Like, you're making people uncomfortable. You're ruining things for Jesse Eisenberg. Like, what are you doing? Like,
yeah. So we're all going Kieran Culkin.
Yes.
Darius, do your personal pick Kieran Culkin too?
Yeah, Kieran Culkin. It's close though, because I think Guy Pearce is fantastic in her.
This is another great category. All right. Next up,
here we go. Here we go.
Can I go first?
Yeah.
I have a problem with this one too.
Read them all out there.
I think we all do.
Cynthia Erivo for Wicked, Carlos Sofia. I can't pronounce that. Gascon. Familia Perez. Mikey Madison for Nora. Demi Moore for The Substance. And Fernando Torres for I'm Still Here, which I have not
I need to see that.
Yeah, same.
That one came out of nowhere for like.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just get the obvious out the way. This is my personal. Again, I watched Wicked. I tried to get through it. Again, I know we're gonna piss off some Wicked fans. Listen, I don't care.
We already did, man.
We already did.
At least Jonathan Bailey didn't get in.
This is where I think.
No, he's an actor, by the way. It's not.
This is where I think the Academy could have shown some love to challengers. And I know some people think I'm a Challengers Glazer. It's fine, so be it. I'll own that title. But my girl Zendaya should have got the nom right here. Listen, I think Zendaya had the better performance in Challengers than Cynthia Erivo. I'm sorry, like I don't think that Wicked is an Oscar type like movie. Like what? I don't see the Academy just. There is a deeper reason why they're nominating this movie for like all these awards, and I just feel like their performances in the movie were like it's all right, like it's fine. I just think that the Academy kind of screwed this up a little bit. I feel like Zendaya should have got nominated. I'm sorry, it is what it is. I
agree. Challengers got no love.
That movie does not work without her in that role. I'm sorry. When you have a movie that yes, it centers around 3 people, but she is the leading woman in the movie. Like she owns the movie. Like she helped produce it as well. Like the movie revolves around her. Like it doesn't work without her. Okay, and she's that good in the movie. She's evil, like everything. God damn it! I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm done.
No, I agree. I would put Zendaya in here for sure.
I'll go my picks later, but I
definitely over Cynthia Erivo.
Yeah,
but Challengers should not get any love for the Oscars at all. Like it's last year's Iron Claw. No love.
Yes, that is a good comparison. Yes, it is.
I think Iron Claw got screwed for when it came out. Like it just came out too late.
Timing, but I don't know. Great movies.
Here's the problem with that though, Darius. They do that. They only apply that to certain movies.
It's because it's
and critics see it early anyway. So like.
Yeah, they saw Iron Claw way before we did.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. And they were both very popular among the fans.
Yeah.
And no Oscar noms.
Listen, all right. As far as who this is between 2 people. Okay. This is between Mikey Madison and Demi Moore. Now, this is probably the closest. This is basically this year's Lily Gladstone and Emma Stone. Like this is the kind of like the close, like it's gonna come down to like 2 people. And honestly, I don't know. I don't know who's gonna win. I really don't. I think Demi Moore has the slight edge right now. As of right now speaking, she has a slight edge. The slight edge. A little bit.
Who would you
before the Golden Globes? I would have told you Mikey Madison. Because I didn't think that the Oscars were gonna show The Substance some love. I didn't think they were gonna do that at all.
It's a horror movie. I didn't think so either.
Yeah. Body horror,
yeah.
Who would you pick?
I think they're gonna give it to Demi Moore. But who I want to win, I mean, I want either if there's a world where I could give both of them something, like I would. Because for Demi Moore, like her comeback and she's getting a role that she's wanted to be in a movie like that for like a long time, and she kind of like stepped out of her like a shell, like being like a certain stigma like on her style and stuff, like just the stigma that they have on certain actors were like, oh yeah, you're just good for like action movies or like these certain movies or whatever. Like I would love for her to win. But also I would love for Mikey Madison to win. Like her career's like been just quietly taking off, and she's been in like some horror films, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I would just love for her to win, but I think Demi Moore as of right now. This is gonna change like every other week. Who I think is gonna win between these 2,
especially as the awards shows go on.
I think Demi Moore right now has this slight edge, so I think she'll win.
And that's your personal pick?
I mean, my personal pick is
Either
both.
one.
Yeah, either one. Yeah, it's between these two.
I actually think every one of these actresses had a shot at winning because Cynthia Erivo, obviously, the Wicked hype train is there. Oscars loved it with all the nominations they gave it, and she was a favorite before the Golden Globes, I think.
I just don't see it.
I think Carla Sofia Gascon, Oscars going to make a statement. She's the first transgender nominated actor ever, actress ever. Like, that could make a statement. Like, you can't take the politics out of it because that could always happen. Mikey Madison, that's my personal thing. I would pick her to win it. I think she gave the performance of the year. A completely impressive performance. That's my pick. She could win. I do think Demi Moore is going to win, though, because, like you said earlier, there's an age factor. Mikey Madison is up and coming. The Oscars are like, oh, she'll get it eventually. Demi Moore, she's been in the industry for a while. She had this is like her comeback. She gave a great speech at the Golden Globes that blew up. That plays into it. I think we'll give Demi Moore, but also Fernanda Torres. She won also a Golden Globe for Best Actress in drama, and Demi Moore won for comedy. So yeah, she still has that award riding. So I think it could go anyone. They could surprise us with anyone, but I would pick Mikey Madison. But I think Demi Moore's going to win.
Yeah. What about you, Darius?
So I still need to see Wicked. I don't know how I haven't seen that yet. And Emilia Perez. But I'm Still Here too, because I swear that came out. Like, I didn't hear much buzz about that until recently. But like everyone else, it's really between Mikey Madison and Demi Moore for me. And like RJ said, like, I'm cool with either one of them winning because they gave two of my favorite performances of the year. I think Mikey Madison, just because of the type of movie that it is, probably gives a better one because she's kind of asked to do a little bit more.
The Academy, my favorite, for that. So,
but at the same time, it's like Demi Moore has the more compelling narrative, story with her career and how the substance is kind of a commentary on her career a little bit. And I feel like we've said, Noah just said, the Oscars factor in age and stuff, but you can argue whether that's fair or not. So I think Demi Moore probably as of right now, it's like she has a 51% chance of winning, and Mikey Madison has a 49%. It's super close.
Yeah.
But who I want to win, Substance was I will forever champion that movie. That is one of my favorite films of the year. But Anora probably is my favorite film of the year. So I'd probably give this slight edge to Mikey Madison, who I want to win. But I wouldn't be upset if either one of them did. But like I said, I still need to see Wicked and Emilia Perez. And I'm Still Here as well. But
both are so good.
I don't think even seeing those films, I mean, I'm open to have my mind changed. I don't even think seeing those films will really change my mind about who would. I mean, Fernando Torres probably has the best chance to change my mind, but the sense that I've gotten about Wicked and Emilia Perez, I don't think they would change even after seeing those. So,
yeah, I actually really like doing these predictions before watching all the other award shows, or most of them, because usually you have a pretty good idea who's going to win after watching the award shows, but we really don't have.
We could be completely wrong now. It could be.
Yeah. Definitely. So moving on to actress in a supporting role. I have
several problems with this.
Problem with this one too.
Darius should start out.
Okay, first off, Rebecca Ferguson should be here, in my opinion.
Thank you.
Dune did not get enough love for the Oscars. Did we just forget they came out this year? Did we just forget that Dune was the movie of the first part of the year before everything else? The way movies work this year is very top heavy. The first half of the year, we had challengers in Dune and a lot of good movies, and then there was not anything crazy yet. And then second half of the year rolls around as all the stuff comes out. But Dune Rebecca Ferguson is the best part of Dune. Like, as much as people love Austin Butler, who you could argue could have been the best supporting as well.
Definitely.
Timothy
I'll put
Chalamet is
him over
great.
Ed Norton.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. Timothy Chalamet is really good in that. Zendaya is really good in that. Javier Bardem is really good in that. But like Rebecca Ferguson, every time she's on screen, she commands like the scene, and she's on screen with some great actors and actresses.
Yes.
She commands the scene each and every time, and like the role she has to play of like this witch who's like kind of losing herself and her mind,
and her character
like,
is pulling the strings low key.
Yeah, she kind of sets the entire movie into motion, like what Paul does and stuff like. I think she should be on here.
And her performance is so different from the first one too.
Yeah, like she's completely different. Like she's a different person in this. Like I'm looking at the list. Felicity Jones is really good in Brutalist. Need to see Conclave. Need to see Emily Perez. I've heard great things about Zoe Saldana though. I heard she's the best part of that. But Monica Barbaro and Complete on that. She's good, but it's like
that's the wrong actress. It should have been Ellie Fanning.
I agree. She's on screen way more, and she gives a better performance.
She has the more connection to Bob Dylan's. To Bob Dylan.
Yeah, there's like a really big stretch of the movie where like Monica's not even in the movie.
Here's what this is what it should have been. The first two, you switch a Complete Unknown. You switch Monica with Elle Fanning. You take out Ariana. I don't care. Sue me. You take out Ariana Grande's Wicked, and you put in Rebecca Ferguson's Dune, and there you go. That's the right.
What I thought you guys were going to say is Margaret Qualley for the sub.
No, that was my other one.
Damn,
that was my other one.
I forgot about that. Yes,
that's what I thought you guys were going to say. Yeah.
Margaret, it's a similar thing as like I said with Clarence Macklin, like where the movie doesn't work without Margaret Qualley because, I mean, spoilers for the substance, I guess, but like she's half of what's going on in the entire plot. Like the movie doesn't work without Margaret like Qualley. Like she is Demi Moore. Like they are two halves of the same coin in the movie. And she's almost as good as Demi Moore is. The only reason she's really not to me is because she just has less screen time. But like, to me, you kind of this is always going to be tough. There's only so many spots, and I need to see Conclave. Yeah. But I mean, you've seen Conclave, Noah. Like, what did you?
I have a bit of a hot take about this. Like, everyone raves about Isabella Rossellini's performance. First of all, she is barely in the movie, and I know it's a quality over quantity thing. And she had like one really good scene, but I was really confused going out of that movie. Like, really, she's getting all this buzz? Like, I know it's a hot take. She was good, but like, I don't think she was like Oscar worthy. That's a really hot take. But yeah, I would put Margaret Qualley in, just because of all I've heard about her performance, all what I've seen. But yeah, I think Zoe Saldana is gonna win. She's got the Golden Globe, and she probably should win. I still have to see the movie, but
happy for her though. If she
win, I heard she was. Yeah,
she's had a great career, man.
Yeah, a very impactful career in Hollywood. She's in like some of the top 4 biggest movies of all time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think she'll get it. I'm not the biggest Wicked fan. I think Ariana Grande did give the best performance in that movie. So I would give her the nomination. And I think there's maybe a chance she could win because she was also a favorite of the Golden Globes. I know.
Get her out of here. I'm sorry.
But I think Zoe Saldana's got this. But yeah, there's a lot of switching you could have done with this category.
Yeah, I'm glad you said that, RJ. I would go with Elle Fanning over Monica Barbaro.
Yeah, because if you're gonna take somebody from that movie, especially in this category, it should have been Elle Fanning. She has the more personal connection to Timothée Chalamet's character.
That scene where they say goodbye, that scene was actually really
good. Like come on, dude. Like Monica's good, but like she's got like 3 key scenes in the movie.
Yeah, that scene where they sing together, like that was really good. But that's a
but also like their relationship, it comes up as comedy after a while. You know what I'm talking about though? Like later on, like when she's like, "Yeah, you're a dick." Like
she flips him off. Yeah.
Like, I get whatever. It's because like it's based off. Like I get it, but it's like I don't know.
Yeah, Margaret Qualley. And then even Rebecca Ferguson, I would add them on here somehow. I don't know how, but I would.
Who are you guys picking?
I'm gonna go Zoe. I'm gonna go Zoe.
To win? You think she's gonna win?
I think she's gonna win, and I think she. I mean, I haven't seen the movie, but I think she's gonna win it. But, I mean, I'm not gonna be mad if she wins. But I think she'll win. I have more issues with with some of the nominees, so yeah.
Yeah. Darius.
Yeah, I think Zoe's probably got it. And I would be upset. I need to see Emily Perez though. I wouldn't be upset if she wins because everything I've heard about performance, like I heard she carries that movie.
She's the only good thing that people say about the film. So
yeah, the only good thing.
But I love Brutalist, and I think Felicity Jones' performance is not talked about enough in that movie. Like she's on the list, but I feel like people don't talk about the performance enough. Like she is going toe to toe with Adrian Brody in a lot of the scenes when she's finally in the movie. And like there's a really good scene. She has a couple of really good scenes where she's like breaking down. She's in a lot of pain, and it's like, wow. And she has a really good scene with Guy Pearce later on. But yeah, I think Zoe's probably the front runner. I don't be mad if she won, but I want to champion Felicity Jones because I don't think enough people are doing that.
All right. Moving on, animated feature film.
I don't watch that.
We can skip through this. I've seen The Wild Robot and Inside Out 2 out of these. Heard Flow is really good. I don't know. It could be Flow. Flow on
I need to see that still.
Golden Globe. So I'm gonna pick for my personal pick. I'm pick The Wild Robot, but I do think Flow is gonna win.
I haven't seen any of these films, so
take a guess.
I'm gonna lie. I'll try to take a guess. I'll say Wild Robot.
Darius.
I need to see Flow still, but out of these, I have seen Wild Robot, and I would want that to win. But if Flow's, when I watch Flow is better, then yeah, maybe Flow.
Animated short that we haven't seen.
I definitely haven't seen these.
Cinematography. Now, they did the right thing. They put Dune in here, but
he's Mr.
Challengers also should have been in this.
For cinematography?
Yes.
I agree 100%.
Oh, they put Nosferatu on here. I'm surprised. They did not give that film any love either.
Yeah.
I don't know how Challengers is not on here, and Amelia Perez is.
RJ, we forgot Lily Rose Depp. Oh, my God. Oh my God.
Well, they already gave the Substance to Horror nomination.
Yeah, only one.
You cannot tell me with a straight face that Cynthia Rivera has a better performance than Lily Rose Depp. I'm sorry, man. This is pissing me off, man.
I'm sorry that Amelia Perez made this over Challenges. Who has said a word about Amelia Perez's cinematography?
I've heard it. No, when I look at some clips on that movie, the cinematography is ass. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's what I look. The movie looks ugly.
It looks bad. Ugly. Terrible.
The Challengers, the tennis scenes, the way those.
Gorgeous.
That final tennis scene. The ball, the camera is the ball, dude. Oh my God,
that's awesome! It was some of the best camera work I've seen in the movie in a while.
Okay, let's just call. We haven't seen the movie. Let's just go through. We have to illustrate this point. Brutalist, amazing cinematography. There were some shots like there's a scene in a jazz club where, like, the camera, like it's a wide lens just randomly. Like the rest of the movie is not shot like this, and it just looks amazing. Like, there's just random points where it changes the cinematography, and it plays with different styles. Like the city shot, it looks super real, and like cinematography is amazing. Dune Part 2, I mean, it's great. It's Greta Fraser. Like, what are we talking about? Like, it's a great Fraser, probably the best, one of the best in business. Like,
should have gotten nominated for the Batman. Sorry.
Need to see Emily Perez. Need to see Maria. Nosferatu has amazing cinematography, like some of the best gothic horror, like that is like.
People are overhating that movie, by the way. Like, I
don't understand where it's coming from.
That movie's it's terrific. Like,
but yeah, what do you guys pick out of these?
Me personally, I'd pick Dune Part 2. That's what I'll.
I think Dune Part 2 is going to win because the Oscars need to right their wrongs for not nominating the Batman for cinematography. So
Greg Fraser.
I think Greg Fraser has it. And I think this is probably one of the only awards Dune wins. So I think the Academy's going to take that into.
Which is a damn shame.
Yeah.
I honestly don't. I don't think it's going to get it. I think The Brutalist is going to get it. Usually, the movie that's best picture and is up for cinematography.
That is true.
That is true. But I'm gonna go with different here. Less obvious. I'm gonna go with Greg for both. Like I think he should. My pick. I'm gonna go Greg.
Yeah, my personal pick's Dune, but I think Brutalist will win.
Fair.
I agree with Noah. I think Dune should win with Brutalist. I won't be mad at Brutalist one. It won't be a robbery or anything because Brutalist looks amazing.
Yeah.
But I mean,
just some love for Dune though would be nice.
Greg Fraser deserves it, man.
Shout out those for also that great cinematography.
Yeah. Wow. Those for also literally any other year.
Yeah. If that won, I wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't be mad at that either.
But if Emilia Perez wins this shit,
we're not serious. We're not serious.
We're doing a stream immediately after the post-Oscar recap.
I'm out.
I'm not even joking.
Michael live, honestly.
Someone's paid someone.
We should record our reactions live.
We should record our reactions. I was thinking of doing that. Yeah.
This be our first live.
All right. Anyway, moving on to costume design. Complete Unknown, Conclave, Gladiator 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked.
How the hell did Dune not make it?
Yeah.
Those costumes were sick, especially for the Harkonnens. Like,
Conclave had great costumes, but it's the same for everyone. Like they're all wearing.
They all wear like the.
I'm gonna say something about costume design when it comes to the Oscars. They piss me off with this category because they give the most generic films that, like, oh yeah, costume design.
If you're a period piece, you get on here.
If you're a period piece, you're getting it. Yeah.
Yeah, like Gladiator 2 should not be on here. Sorry, Dune should be on here. Dune Part 2. What are we doing? Like, this is ridiculous.
I think this is pretty open to shut. I think Wicked's gonna win this. Like, that's pretty open.
Yeah, give the Wicked. Fine, give the Wicked.
I don't know. I think Wicked probably because it's the most memorable costumes.
I will say Nosferatu with the Count Orlok thing. That might be.
That was sick. That might.
Yeah, I was thinking.
I would love this for Nosferatu. If Nosferatu wins, you ain't gonna be near me.
I'm gonna pick Wicked for my personal pick, but I think A Complete Unknown will take it. I think they might do that. But actually, I don't know. I could change this. I have to see how the other awards go. It could be any one of these, honestly.
I think they're gonna give it.
I'm gonna pick Wicked, but I'm gonna go Complete Unknown right now.
Yeah.
What's yours, RJ?
I'm gonna go Wicked for personal. What I would love is for Nosferatu, but I think that my gut's telling me like Wicked's gonna win. It's gonna take it.
Yeah, same. Honestly,
that's the best thing about the film.
Wicked is like Barbie. It's gonna get the design.
But Barbie didn't.
Barbie's a better film. I said
Poor Things. Remember,
Wow.
Poor Things upset it and won costume design and production design
that's
last
true.
year.
Which I'm not mad at. Poor Things. That's probably the best thing about that.
That's
movie.
why I'm saying Wicked might not get it because that's the obvious pick, and the Oscars didn't do it last year. They gave Poor Things it.
That's true.
And Wicked, let's be honest, Wicked is this year's Barbie.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on. Move on to directing.
Oh God.
John Baker, Brady Corbett, James Mangold, Gakiz Adard.
Where is the knee?
It's that film right there. Right there.
Where is the knee?
Right there.
Yeah.
Put the cursor right there. Right there. Right there. That film. No. No. Where is the knee? Where is the knee? Where's Luca?
There's something so fishy about
Luca,
this Perez stuff.
Luca Guadagnino?
Yeah, challengers.
Come on.
I don't know, man. There's something fishy about this Emilia Perez stuff. This doesn't make sense. Everybody shits on this movie. What is happening? What is happening? It's one of the most. It's tied with the most Oscar-nominated movie ever.
What did I say 2 weeks ago? I said it is our generation. It's this generation's crash. It is this generation's crash. Everybody's shitting on this movie, and it's getting Oscar noms.
Why?
Why?
Out of these, who do we think? I think Brady Corbet. I think Brady Corbet for
actually, I think it's between three people. It's between Corley, Brady, and Sean.
I would pick Sean personally.
I would.
For my personal pick, I think Brady Corbet is going to win for The Brutalist.
Now, who I want to win is between Corley and Sean. But who I think is going to win is probably Brady Corbet. Yeah. But again, I said the AI stuff that could impact voting. It's a shady thing that what's happening with that, like the timing of it when it's coming out. It's a shady thing, but it could impact things.
The people who probably got Emilia Perez to get all these nominations released that.
Yes.
We need to win. We need
to win. We need
whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes.
Christ, man.
Bullshit, bro.
Bullshit.
Yeah. I'm gonna go.
Denis Villeneuve not being that is a crime.
That's ridiculous. Listen, I love my boy James, but if I had to take someone out,
Luke over James, yes.
Yeah. And I'll also take out Jaquise and replace him with Luca. So yeah.
I would too. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
Personally, out of this list, I love The Substance, but I would give it to Sean Baker. He's been making great moves for years, kind of been under the radar.
Does he have he doesn't have an Oscar, right? Sean Baker?
I don't think so. I don't believe so.
I don't think so.
He's been nominated before, I think, though.
Yeah, he probably has. He should be. He directs the shit out of his movies.
Yeah. So I'll go Sean Baker as for my personal pick. But I would be mad if Corley won as well. I love James Mangold. Like, he's one of my favorite directors, but I like putting him on a lot. But he's not going to get it, and I don't think he really should for this movie. Like, I think there's some other. I don't think Complete Unknown is directed in a way where it's like super impressive compared to some of these other ones.
This movie,
but I think Brady Corbett's got it. Unless the AI stuff throws a wrench in it, which it seems like people are trying to do. Like, it seems really deliberate what's going on with Brutalist. It seems like someone's taking aim at Brutalist for whatever reason. Not to get a conspiracy theory.
And I know what it is. It's that one.
Not to get a conspiracy theory, but something's going on with that to me. It feels like a media campaign, like against Brutalist,
one of these films has a they're doing something. I think you're right, Darius, but it's one of these films right here, and they're doing something with a smear campaign on the Brutalist.
Yeah, and it's one of these.
Stuff like this doesn't happen in Hollywood. When articles come out, they're timed for a reason. When they come out, like they don't just come out whenever.
Yeah,
but I think Brady Corbett, pending whatever's going on with the AI, like however that affects it, he's probably got it. But I would want Sean Baker to win. But I wouldn't be mad at Coralie because Coralie, I think that's her second film.
Yeah,
like it's an Oscar winner. Like that's almost unheard of. Like your second film was an Oscar.
I thought it was her first.
She made one. She made Revenge in 2017.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Also, like people have been pushing for a female director to win. You never know. This could be it.
That'd be another chance to make a statement. I wouldn't be mad either.
That'd be great if she were to win because she has a good story. I like it.
Also, for horror fans, we finally get one.
Yes,
finally. We do.
Justice. But I would love it. I would love it for Coralie to win. But that other movie,
documentary.
We haven't. I wish the Christopher Reeve documentary got it, but Tenet.
I've heard good things about Sugar
You
King.
You
I
know,
need to
the
watch it.
Academy, you disgust me. All right, the fact that you don't, like y'all pathetic, man. Y'all won't even give a soup. Y'all won't give a
Yeah,
documentary.
no, it's
No superheroes.
No way. No way.
Yeah, like, y'all are pathetic, man. Come on, man.
Everyone loves that, man.
Need to watch more
Come on.
documentaries.
Yeah.
Oh, editing. Oh boy.
Y'all won't give a
Film
superhero
editing.
documentary.
Nora, Brutalist, Conclave. Oh, Amelia. I've
Okay.
actually heard people say this.
Where's
movie is
Nosferatu?
edited
What the
terribly.
hell?
I've
Where
actually
the
heard people say
fuck is Challengers?
exactly.
Challengers and Nosferatu should be
edited
here.
here.
Challengers and Nosferatu. Where?
What? No, I'm
How is
sorry.
Amelia Perez? I've actually heard people say Amelia Perez's editing is terrible.
It looks bad from the clips I've seen.
Yeah, I heard the way they edit that movie is. I don't know. I'm telling you, something's going on, man. Something's going
What's
on.
going on, man?
I
The
think
challenge.
as someone who's seen Conclave was edited great. Same with the North, but Conclave I think is the best edited out of these 5. I would go with Conclave, and I think Conclave will win editing.
I'm gonna go North for both.
Oh,
Yeah.
North?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna go North for both.
I'm gonna go Brutalist because I don't think it will win for this, but the way Brutalist is edited, like it's such a long movie, and it covers so many different periods of time. Like the way it's edited, it has to be edited in a very particular way for it to even make sense, and the way that it flows, I think is very impressive. And like the way there's like a sense of unease that it creates, like scenes that you think are going to go a certain direction, the scene just ends and it doesn't give you an answer about what happened or not, which I think is really like makes it super unsettling because you don't know what did that just happen? Like is the implication like did that really happen? And they don't answer that. I like that it doesn't give you that closure. Even the way the film ends, it just kind of like ends and you're like, well, what happens? Like
Yeah.
the film is very anticlimactic in a way.
Sopranos ending.
Not that jarring, not like that.
Not that jarring.
No, but I think I give my vote to Brutalist, but I think I need to see Conclave. But I think everything I've heard about Conclave's editing is like it's amazing.
It's really good.
So Conclave will probably win this. I agree.
Challengers should be here though because
damn right it should be.
That movie deals with different time periods cut in between,
and they're jumping
but
back
it's
and
paced
forth.
well. But it's paced well. And
Even like
a tennis match.
Even like the way the dialogue scene, like it's like a tennis match. Like it goes back and forth.
Exactly.
Back and forth.
It's edited so well. There's very little movies where I walk out, I'm like, that was edited really well. Challengers and Conclave were one of those.
Usually just Edgar Wright movies for me, where I've noticed it.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright's the man.
Yes, he is. So glad he's back this year.
How is Amelia Perez in this? This is ridiculous.
Nosferatu deserves to be on here as well. Nosferatu's edited really well.
Yes.
The way that mansion scene is edited, oh boy,
that's the best edited Robert Eggers movie, in my opinion.
Moving on, international film.
They'll give it to Amelia Perez. That's
an easy one.
If they want to be bold, to give it the flow because they animated. That'd be bold.
That'd be crazy, but I doubt it.
They won't though.
Makeup and hairstyling. We got
a different man is crazy. Yeah.
Amelia Perez, Nosferatu, Substance, and Wicked. I think all very deserving.
Yeah.
For the hairstyling.
Honestly, this could go a few different ways.
Yeah, this is close.
I'm gonna go bold. I'm gonna go Nosferatu.
Yeah, what they did to Bill Skarsgård is
This is a really close.
Could win.
Yeah,
but I could see a different man winning. And the Substance, don't forget the substance. That the final act.
A lot of that stuff they did in that is practical, which is ridiculous to think about.
I think they might give it to Nosferatu though, because like Bill Skarsgård's like unrecognizable.
I don't think they're gonna give anything to Nosferatu, for being honest.
Well,
I think they're gonna be like the nomination was enough.
The fact that they have two, I'm surprised
there you go.
they have Nosferatu and the Substance in here. Honestly, they have two horror things in here.
This is actually
the next category though.
This is a really good category. Like actually, like Amelia Perez, I think is actually the weakest, but it probably should still be here. But the makeup and hair in all these movies is like outstanding.
I mean, yeah, because like you got to think about it. Like A Different Man, the entire point is the like Sebastian Stan's character, like his deformity, so that has to be on point. Nosferatu, obviously the character Nosferatu has to look like monstrous, otherwise it doesn't work. Even some other stuff they do with like Lily Rose Depp looking really pale when she's being possessed and stuff. Substance, most of the effects are real or like makeup and stuff, which some of the stuff that happens in that movie towards the end, you're like, how did they do this practically? Like that's crazy. And Wicked, I mean, it's Wicked. Like it's part of like the look of the like what's going on. So I don't know.
I
man.
think
It's a tough one.
Yeah, I think my personal pick, I give it to Wicked because that's like one of the things you just like remember going out of this movie, and it was quite impressive with all the makeup. Like every character had like insane hair or insane makeup.
Yeah.
So I would go with Wicked, and I think Wicked will win. Darius?
Yeah. I think Wicked will win, but I haven't seen it. So I'll give my vote to Nosferatu. Like what they were able to do with those, like they reinvented a classic character in like their own way. And I don't care what anyone says. I like the design.
Thank you.
I like how ugly it looks because it's supposed to look like that. And I like that you really cannot recognize Bill Skarsgård. Like, if you told me it's like a Colin Farrell Penguin situation where it's like I couldn't even tell who that is under there. Yeah, I give it to Nosferatu.
RJ?
Nosferatu.
You think they're gonna win?
Yes, Nosferatu. Well, I don't think it's gonna win.
Well, which one do you think is gonna win?
I think Wicked's going to win, but I think Nosferatu's a dark house that overtake it because of like what they did with Bill Skarsgård in that movie, how they transformed it into Count Orlok. It's really good, impressive.
Okay. Here we go. You ready for this?
With this one, man. This is
before we get into the rant.
Bullshit.
We got The Brutalist, Conclave, Amelia Perez, Wicked, and The Wild Robots.
This is some bullshit, man. Bullshit.
Score of the year.
The score of the year should be on here. The challenge. Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross just went crazy, dummy hard with that score. Okay, they went nuts. To me, that's the best score they've ever done that I've heard. Yeah. I mean, the Social Network is really good, but that score, the Challenger score, is so good. You can listen to it while doing anything. You can listen to it while working out at your job or whatever. Like, it's that good. Okay, it literally is a character in the film. The score is a character in the film. It drives the plot, and you don't have it here. Some bullshit. God damn.
It just won the Golden Globe too. Not only I thought it was a lock to not only be nominated but to win. Yeah, everyone talks about the score in that movie. Even if you're not even like that into film, you're like the score.
Everybody was talking about the score in this movie.
Yeah,
in that movie.
And for good reason. It's like
a tennis match. We literally tried to play the score. We tried to find the score on Spotify after we were leaving the theater, after we saw it.
Yes.
That's so good.
I need to listen to this on the car ride home.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know how it didn't get nominated. It should have won. It should have won. It's not only it should have been nominated. No, it should have won.
Just look at the first scene of the film. Where it's jumping to the tennis match. Like, come on, bro. Like, what are we doing?
So iconic. It's like you said, it's a character.
It's a character.
It's one of the best scores. It's one of my favorite scores in any movie, honestly.
Also, while we're here, the Oscars rule about you use most of the same music from the first movie. Who cares? Dude should be here too.
In part 2, yeah.
I don't care. Like, that's such a dumb rule to me. Like, there's not enough of the score as original. It's still like you can't do Hans Zimmer like that.
Ridiculous.
What is Amelia Perez?
Challenger's score of the year.
What is Amelia Perez's score, man? There's no way.
You just mean like music from the movie, like
no, no. It's just because it's a musical.
All
no.
right, let's get this out of the way. Wicked's gonna win this.
My pick out of these is Conclave. Conclave had a really surprisingly good score. But yeah, I don't know. Brutalist, maybe. I don't know. It should be.
I've heard the score for the Brutalist really good.
Huh?
I've heard the score for the Brutalist.
It is. It's really good.
I'll go the Brutalist then.
I think Wicked's got it though. It's gonna win.
RJ.
Defying Gravity is it's already like a phenomenon.
Challengers, because it should be fine.
Write it in.
It should be here and it should win.
Yeah, riots in the streets.
Yeah, I'll go Wicked.
Wicked.
Shout
out to Wild Robot making it. That's cool. It's an animated movie. You don't see that.
Yeah, really good score too.
Yeah, but how do you not put the score of the year? The score of the year.
The best score of the year, and it's indisputable too.
Score of the decade. Come on. Actually, that's a good question. What score do you think is better, Challengers or Oppenheimer?
Challengers. I love Ludwig, but
me personally, I think Challengers.
I'm gonna go Challengers. I love that score, man.
That's killer. It's not even recency bias. It's been a few months.
It's so good. It's been It's just,
I listen to that score all the time.
It's so good, dude.
Who scores listen to most? Like
it's Challengers for me. I love Oppenheimer's.
Challengers and Creed. So yeah,
Ludwig is good, but I love Challengers. The score is better in my opinion.
Absolutely terrible.
Trim.
Amelia Perez, why are you here?
Where's Compress from Trent Reznor? What are we doing?
For original song, El Mal from Amelia Perez, The Journey from the 6888, Like a Bird from Sing Sing, Mi Camino from Amelia Perez, and Never Too Late from Elton John. I'm going with Sing Sing, just so Sing Sing gets some love.
Yes, sir. Yeah, me too.
But I think one of the Amelia Perez, whatever Amelia Perez song won the Golden Globe, which people were like, how that happened. But I'll go with Amelia Perez.
The music in the movie is bad.
Yeah, from what I've heard, like unlistenable. Unlistenable.
Everybody shits on the film, and it's getting all these noms.
Don't get it.
What is going on here? Like, what is going on here?
What do you guys think?
Who gives a fuck? The Compress is on here. Like
Amelia Perez, one of these. Yeah, it's gonna win.
Amelia Perez, fine.
Give Sing Sing something.
Have you guys heard Compress? Compress goes hard.
Yes, Compress great.
Yeah.
The mixtape version too should be on here. Fuck it. Don't give a shit.
Maybe Sing Sing will get some love, but I don't know why the Academy hates that movie too.
Racism.
And this is why. Here we go. Best Picture.
Oh,
Nora, The Brutalist, Complete Unknown, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, I'm Still Here, Nickel Boys, The Substance, and
where is Sing Sing? Where is it?
Where's Sing Sing? Where's The Real Pain?
Can I just say I don't like that they have a 10.
I hate it as 10.
I hate that.
How do you have 10 and still have it wrong? How do you do that?
Yeah, right? It should be, it can go up to 10. Not it has to be 10.
Yeah, like that is ridiculous. When did they start doing that? Like that? Oh,
a few years ago. Not too long.
I think the year before last, maybe.
A little longer, maybe. But
oh my god,
no! What? Where is Sing? No, bro. This is elitism. This is elite. This is some snob. This is why people don't like film. This is why people don't like us, bro. This is why, because of stuff like this, where, oh yeah, because this is not an Oscar baity movie. This is not a movie where this is a movie where there's only like 2 or 3 real actors in it. Because these guys. Let's keep it real. It comes off like you don't want to have a movie with prisoners in it, or ex-cons being like elevated to this standard.
Yeah, that's
what
it is. That's exactly what it is.
Which is a terrible look, and that's considering what this movie's about and what it means about how we should treat people who've been to prison. Like they're still people. Like that's
exactly.
Awful. Like it comes off like
You didn't
so
learn a
easy.
damn thing from watching that film, people.
I mean, have they even
And it's
seen
not-
it? Like,
It's
considering
not
on the
even your.
list.
It's not even your basic prison movie either. Like your Oscar baity prison movie. No, it's not like a masculine prison movie. No, it's
No.
so different from any other prison movie you'll ever see, and it should be here over definitely Amelia Perez, which I think now could win. I do think Amelia
That would
Perez
be the
could
darkest
win
time
it all.
clouds. That would be
Then my theory would be that about it being the crash of the generation, then that would be
I think you're spot on because you don't give a movie tied with the most Oscar nominations ever. I think Amelia Perez and The Brutalist are the front runners right now. And Amelia Perez could sweep and get it, which is actually ridiculous. And they need to investigate this because I don't know what's going on.
I need to investigate this.
Because even these nominations where's a real pain. I mean, I know that wasn't a guarantee to be in, but I think it should.
If Amelia Perez is on here, it should be on here.
Yeah, you could put Sonic the Hedgehog 3 over Amelia Perez.
Where's Challengers?
I will replace a complete unknown with Challengers.
Challengers too. No love.
No love. Get rid of Wicked too.
I mean, I'm still here. That no one really expected that to get in.
Yeah. I got
at
beef.
least Doom Part 2 got
I
in.
got beef.
Sing Sing. No, this Sing Sing stuff is pissing me. This is pissing me off.
Why don't they like this movie?
Also, Nosferatu.
Thank you.
Well, we knew that wasn't going to happen. They
No,
gave
there's
it
only
substance. They weren't giving it.
They only had to give it to one horror movie. They said, you know what, we're giving it to the substance.
Why does horror get a quota but musicals don't? We can have two musicals, but we can't have two horror movies. Why? Why is that?
Goddamn shame, man.
I really hope Anora gets it. It won't, but I really hope
It's not going to.
That'd be crazy.
I don't think Anora's going to win Best
crazy
Picture.
Cool.
It needs to. I want it to. Out of this list, yeah,
Anora's my pick.
Conclave could take it, though. I think
that's a dark
so.
thing.
I don't think Conclave has enough writing on it. It's not that.
Well, the King's Speech didn't have enough writing on it either.
You're right, but
and that one Best Picture.
The difference is people like Conclave.
The Shape of Water, dude.
True.
The Shape of Water one, bro. Like anything can win.
The Green Book.
Yeah, I did win. I forgot the nominees for that year.
Shout out to Nickel Boys. Nickel Boys deserves a spot on here. Nickel Boys deserves a spot here.
I'm telling you, Amelia Perez, I could so see them reading off that name.
Crash. Have you guys seen Crash? It's a horrible film.
No.
I have no desire to watch that movie.
It's a horrible,
I've seen so many videos about it.
It is such a It's a horrible film. Horrible.
I heard it's offensive.
It's very offensive. Very offensive. Horrible film. Horrible. It's a bad movie.
Right.
Challenger should be on here. Oh my god.
What are we thinking? What's our picks?
Well, I said my personal's Anora.
My personal's Anora too.
I think Brutalist will win, but I would not be surprised if Amelia Perez somehow gets this.
My personal pick is Anora. I would love it for Sean Baker, but I think they're either going to give it to Conclave or the Brutalist.
I think it's Brutalist or Amelia Perez they're going to get it to. And I hate that I just said that sentence. That is Jesus.
I shouldn't be
those two movies do not belong in the same stratosphere, bro. What are we doing? What Brutalist and Amelia Perez being in the same race is just we've lost the plot. What are we doing?
And don't count out Wicked. The Academy loves Wicked. They got a ton of nominations.
That is true.
Count out Wicked. I don't think he'll get it because it's this year's Barbie, but don't count it out yet.
I think the one that's not going to get the one that will never happen is Complete Unknown. That is not happening. That's
I don't think Dune's got it either.
That ain't gonna win.
Dune isn't. Yeah,
because at least the Complete Unknown has other nominations in actor, supporting actress.
Because they just threw Dune on here because they ran out of movies. We need a 10th movie.
Dune doesn't have anything really riding on it. Other nominations wise, that's why
the Academy they don't like Dune, clearly. So, Substance won't happen because you can't give a horror movie Best Picture because for reasons.
Yeah.
Which is none. There's no reasons.
There is no reason, but there is
no reasons.
I think Brutalist or my pick would be Honora, but it's not happening anymore.
It's the personal pick for all three of us. All three of us want Honora to win.
Yeah.
I love it for the cast. Awesome. I love it for Sean Baker. Like, and I just love the movie. It's the funniest movie I've ever seen.
Movie hits home.
So, Darius, you picked the Brutalist for who you think?
I think Brutalist has a slight edge, but I'll be surprised if Amelia Perez won, and I picked Honora for my personal.
Please don't let Amelia Perez win. Please.
I swear, bro. If this AI stuff continues, if they continue this media campaign, it might just hand it to Amelia Perez. I'm serious. That might just happen.
I want to say this though. If you're gonna do this, if you're gonna factor that into the voting, let's ban AI from Hollywood. Then let's do that. Okay, you can't.
No. And they could have done it.
Yeah,
could have done it too. They didn't do it.
They didn't do it. So
yeah. All right. Production design, another strong category. We got The Brutalist, Conclave, Dune Part 2, Nosferatu, and Wicked.
I think Wicked will win it.
Wicked will win, yeah.
Wicked will probably win.
I would go with Dune Part 2 for personal pick.
Yeah, that or
Conclave underrated production design.
I go Dune Part 2 and Nosferatu for my personal.
Yeah,
Nosferatu they literally transport you to Gothic like setting with like the way everything is.
And that cast, oh my god, dude.
But Wicked will win because it's like the Barbie Poor Things thing where it's like it's the most obviously like stage like production. Like they did a lot with that.
And it did have an impressive production design. Like the sets were crazy.
They had to build a whole
especially
world.
When especially when you see the behind the scenes stuff on it, it was crazy.
Yeah.
But I'd go Dune Part 2.
Yeah.
Live action short film, we don't really know. Sound, we have Complete Unknown, Dune Part 2, Amelia Perez, Wicked, Wild Robot. I hate that musicals just automatically get sound. You think?
I think Dune Part 2 will win.
The most sound yet. You know what? I'm not surprised it's not on here. Civil War.
Yes. That should be on there.
Yes.
Dude, the gunshot like shook the entire theater every time. Like Jesus,
bro. The sound of that movie's crazy, especially in Dolby, dude.
I think they're gonna give it to Amelia Perez because musicals, Oscars just always give sound the musical.
It's either
I think also it has some like gun action scenes in it too. I think
this movie is
it's a mess. I'd go with Dune. But I think Amelia Perez will win it.
Shout out to
Darius, find your remote. We need to watch this fucking movie, man.
Yeah, find this remote. We need to
watch this movie, bro. Like
we need to do a proper shit on this movie.
Shout out to Wild Robot for making a list. That's cool.
Yeah.
Who do you guys think? You guys think Dune Part 2 is gonna win?
I think Dune Part 2 for personal, and I think that's gonna win. I think so.
I think Dune Part 2 should get it personally, but they're gonna give it to Wicked or Amelia Perez because it's musical.
Musicals just automatically get it, which I think is
Complete Unknown could be a dark horse though. They could give it to that too.
That's also a good point. A musical, yeah. Complete Unknown, I could see. Yeah, Wild Robot, probably not. That'd be cool though. Visual effects: Alien, Romulus, Spiderman, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, Wicked. The year of monkeys and movies.
Why is Substance not here, but it's on makeup?
Yeah, why?
Especially that last like 10 minutes. Oh my god.
It's just insane, bro.
I remember I was watching, I was like, Jesus Christ.
There's so much blood on that one scene.
Oh. I feel like Kingdom of the Apes should win.
Okay.
Probably.
I got Dune. Yeah, I got
for personal and one.
Yeah, I mean, I would love for Alien Romulus to win, but it's not going to. Let's just be real; it's not going to win.
It won't. So they do.
I think Dune Part 2 will probably take it.
Noah?
I think I would probably give it to Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes because I like the whole movie's visual effects.
Yeah.
It's such an Oscar thing to give it to Wicked. It is such an Oscars thing. Yeah, you guys know that. If the movie that's most nominated for other things in visual effects usually gets it.
Yeah.
I think Wicked will win. I'm picking Kingdom of the Apes for my personal pick.
I actually agree completely. Like they would give it to Wicked just because like they might give it makeup and they might give it
just
something
because.
else.
Just because.
Yeah.
Notice how we're saying that a lot in this episode.
Surprised they didn't find a way to get Amelia Perez in here. Yeah,
Why do we even care anymore?
Because we're filmatics. That's why. That's why we care.
Every year we're like,
we're going to be doing this next year again.
Almost everything and every character in the King of the Planet of the Apes is CGI. Like, and it looks amazing. So I'm gonna go King of the Planet of the Apes. Good movie too, by the way. Really good movie.
Yeah.
Had to follow up Maddie Reeves.
At least Amelia Perez. I'm surprised Amelia Perez didn't slide into this somehow.
It's surprising to find a way to put it in here.
Find a way.
Right. Writing, adapted screenplay, Clean Unknown, Conclave, Amelia Perez, and Sing Sing.
Amelia Perez.
This is Sing Sing. Oh my god, it's either Sing Sing or Conclave, probably.
This is close for me.
Nickel Boys too, though.
Give me Conclave.
This is a good category besides the weird stepchild in the middle.
Besides the sneak. Snuck one in here.
Your stepchild in the middle. Give me Conclave.
I'm debating for my personal pick, either Conclave or Sing Sing. I think Conclave will win for sure. I think Conclave's got it. I'd go Conclave. That's a really interesting script.
You said Conclave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta go Conclave.
I need to see Conclave, but from everything I heard, the writing is like the script's really interesting.
Writing's really good.
It makes you really interested in like a subject that people probably wouldn't find interesting, like the whole Pope stuff. They make you interested in it.
I did not expect to be interested in it, but I was hooked.
Shout out to Nickel Boys. I just saw that today. I think the writing was really good. The writing was great. There's always a big surprise that happens, and you're like, wait, what? But like the way it plays out, really good script. I think Conclave will probably win. Personally, just because I've seen the movie, and also because I love the story so much. I know it's Sing Sing.
Also, if Sing Sing wins, Clarence Macklin will get an Oscar because he's right there.
Yes.
So
and this thing Sing Sing needs love, man. It needs something. It's gonna. I'll be surprised if Sing Sing gets one award in anything. Like it's not gonna get anything. I don't think.
I doubt it.
Which sucks, but that's where we are right now.
Original writing, we have Anora, The Brutalist, A Real Pain, September 5, and The Substance. Another really good category. I know my personal pick.
I'm gonna go a Real Pain. That's Anora too. Okay. My personal pick is A Real Pain, but I think Anora will win this. I do think Anora will win this. I do. I think it'll be close, but I think Anora will win it.
I think it's between Anora and The Brutalist for who will win.
Yeah, I would love for Jesse Eisenberg to take that.
I would go with The Real Pain slightly.
I would love Jesse to win.
I would love to see Jesse Eisenberg winning.
That would be awesome. Yeah, he'd make a speech. Yeah. I'm going with Anora. I think Anora will win, and my pick is Real Pain, personal.
Yeah. This will be interesting.
What was yours, RJ? What was yours?
I'm gonna go Real Pain. That's who I think will win. I think
Real Pain will win.
It is a great story for Jesse, right? Directing and starring.
I think they will. I think he'll win.
Because I think they'll look at it like this.
I don't.
Huh? I was gonna say the only reason why is because it didn't get Best Picture nom.
That's why I think he'll win. That's why I think he'll win.
That's why I think he won't win.
I agree.
Yeah. Okay. That's fair.
Usually they give it to one of the Best Picture race.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that though.
which is stupid. It's lazy.
They factor in like, oh yeah, well we didn't nominate it for Best Picture, but we're gonna nominate it here so it doesn't win, like because it didn't get Best Picture now. I think he'll win. Something tells me that he's gonna win, but
that'd be awesome.
I think it's between A Real Pain, The Substance, and Anora, and The Brutalist. I think it's between them. I think. Sorry, September 5.
So September 5 is the only one that's just like nah.
Yeah, they're not. You're not gonna win.
That's the only nom for September 5 too.
But
because African movie's not.
I think this is the one category that The Brutalist. You guys might disagree with me, but I think The Brutalist won't win this.
I agree. I don't think it will win for this.
I think they're gonna look at Sean Baker, Substance, and The Real Pain. But here's the thing though. I think that Jesse Eisenberg winning, it's like the surprise where like Sebastian Stan won at the Golden Globes, no one expected that. I think that could happen. You know, there's always some surprises, and I think Jesse Eisenberg winning for a real pain could be a surprise in this category.
Challenger should be here.
I agree.
Yeah, great script.
We sound like the biggest challengers, Glazers, but we're really not. It should be here.
It should be.
It's ridiculous that it's not at all for anything, especially score.
Challengers is fucking good. I don't care. I don't care if people call us Glazers. I don't give a shit. It's good. It's a great film.
Once again, I gotta get on my Substance soapbox. Not saying it should win, but I wouldn't be mad if it did. Horror fans need something. God damn it, we need something.
We do.
We need it.
We do.
And it's a really great script, especially for a horror movie. Let's be honest. Most horror movies do not have great scripts. It has a really resonant theme. Like, the way it's structured is really compelling with the two halves of the whole. Like, it's really compelling.
But I would love for Coralie too. I would love if she were to win.
I would love it for Jesse to win. So I'm gonna agree with Real Pain.
That'd be awesome.
Pick.
You get Kieran Culkin and Jesse giving a speech.
Yes,
different categories. Yeah.
I think Anora will though, which I'm not mad at all because that script's great too. Like the themes it tackles and everything, like the way it's structured, the way it changes genres like halfway through. It just turns to a comedy, a road trip comedy halfway through. Yeah. Some of the fun, like the scene where the Pope is the dude gets the call and he's like rocking a baby. It's the funniest scene. One of the funniest scenes I've seen in a minute. But yeah,
it's another interesting award season, and I'm excited that the other award shows are starting up again, so we'll have a more clear view.
We definitely need to react. We need to film our reactions, reacting to it.
I think we should. Yeah,
we might as well go live. Honestly,
yeah. I wouldn't mind.
Watch the ceremony, at least most of it.
Yeah. Oh my god, that'd be funny. We crash out.
if they read, Best Picture goes to Amelia Perez.
All right, dude. We're gonna watch it one day this week. We're gonna watch it one day this week.
When I find my remote.
If you could find his remote.
This is not a bit, ladies and gentlemen. I cannot find a remote.
We were literally a second. We had it on our TV, and Darius was like, "I don't know what my remote."
Someone was smiling down on us.
I said nope.
They're like, "I won't put you through this."
The film gods were telling me to finish Blink twice.
Yeah.
Good movie, by the way.
Shot Zoe Kravitz.
First time director.
Yeah, she wrote that film too, I think.
That movie was good.
All right, should we move on to our next topic?
Yes.
Spider-Man 4. Another week, another rumor about this fucking film. So apparently, Daniel RPK, one of depends on it how you want to use the word trusted. Said that the film is going to have a female lead, another female lead, and it has a villain locked in. That is the one that I'm most intrigued on. Who is the villain of this movie? So we should get an idea of what this film's going to be about in the coming weeks. And any day it could be where it could drop about who's playing who. The only thing that we know about this movie is that Tom and Zendaya will be in the movie, and that's it. But we don't know who else is cast. And
everything else is a rumor.
Everything else has been rumor. One day
contradict each other. Some of the rumors contradict each other.
Yeah. But yeah, Darius, you can go ahead and start with this one.
So this tells me, okay, first off, the rumor kind of the word around the grapevine is that this female lead is one of two people. It's either Gwen Stacy or it is Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, which I'm leaning it more towards it being Felicia Hardy just because they've done Gwen already. And if you look at anything MCU Spider-Man has done, they tend not to do the things that have already been done in other Spider-Man movies. Like that's why we got Liz Allen being his first love interest. We got like Vulture, Mysterio being villains first because they haven't been done before. So I don't think they would go back to Gwen immediately. And if they did, probably a very different Gwen than like Emma Stone's Gwen was. It'd probably be more like the Ultimates, or not Spider Gwen per se, but like the Rock, the punk girl Gwen persona thing. I don't see them doing like classic Gwen Stacy, but I lean more towards it being Black Cat. And if it is, that tells me that the multiverse stuff is probably being overstated if it happens at all, because you don't have Black Cat in a
Black Cat does not fit in any way.
With Toby, Andrew, and Tom, like, what is Black Cat doing there? Like, what do we do? Like, that wouldn't make any sense.
What the fuck?
So that tells me that the multiverse stuff. I told RJ this. I think the extent of the multiverse stuff that's in this movie is Battle World stuff. And if you know, Battle World is basically just they live in a new reality for a little bit that's been altered, and that's really it.
And it's still New York. Yeah, it's still New York.
Still New York. It's just been the history's been altered and some stuff's going on. I wouldn't be surprised if that's what's going on here, and that this is a new timeline or something that Doom creates at the end of Doomsday, and Peter has to deal with some normal Spider-Man stuff, but there's also some other stuff going on in the background. I don't see this being like No Way Home 2.0, where like Toby Andrew are in this, Mephisto's in this, Deadpool Wolverine are in this. It's not going to happen. Like I don't think that's going to happen.
This is what I think they should do to use the multiverse stuff. And to add on to your point about the Battle World and like different reality, they should use it to change the supporting characters around Tom's Peter, like Zendaya's MJ. Let's have Zendaya. Me and you talk about this all the time, Darius. We talk about Spider-Man every day of the week. They literally should use this opportunity to have Zendaya's MJ, have the red hair, have the comic, attire, give her the red hair. Do it, okay? I don't know why you didn't do it the first time, okay? Now it's time to do it, all right? Do it. Bullshit. Right.
And we've heard all these black suit rumors. That's another thing we've heard about this movie since really the beginning. That's like the one consistent thing we've heard between all the different versions. Like the black suit was going to be in this somehow. Yeah. And the black suit's in this. Black suit, Black Cat, it writes itself.
Yeah.
Like, if the black suit's really in this, I don't see them not putting Black Cat in here, because if you don't do Black Cat now, when are we gonna get a Black Cat? You're supposed to get it in the original Spider-Man 4 with Toby. That was supposed to happen. We kind of got it in TASM 2, but we don't count that. That doesn't count. No one remembers that. This is the last opportunity to do it, which I think they will do it. And I mean, the name everyone's been throwing out is Sydney Sweeney. And she'd be great, but
because she did say she'll only do it if
her and Zendaya
are in the movie. Yeah, that's what she said. That's the only time she wants to be in an MC movie.
Here's the thing. I would love
to be a Madam Web.
Yeah, that she got tricked into that. I feel like she got tricked into doing that. But
everybody did.
They thought that was but I would take another rumor name over. This might be an unpopular opinion. I was talking to RJ about this. I will take Anya Taylor-Joy over Sydney Sweeney, because
I don't think she would do it.
I mean,
I agree.
They've been looking at her. Supposedly,
I throw enough money at her.
She's the better actress.
Yeah. I don't think Sydney Sweeney is a bad actress, but Anya Taylor-Joy is one of the best actresses in Hollywood right now. So, I mean, if you can get her, I get her.
That, Noah. I saw that.
But yeah,
I saw what you did.
I think, like RJ said, I think these rumors are finally coming to an end. If they really have a villain lockdown and they're casting for a female lead, that means that the 15 different stories we get for this movie every week should stop soon. Like, it should stop soon.
I think if I'm a betting man,
more of this, bro.
I think that it's leaning more street level with multiverse stuff in the background. Fine, whatever. I still don't think you should do that. We're gonna get into another topic about Marvel and why I think some of the projects affect the solo projects, but I think that it's leaning more street level. But if I'm a betting man on who I think would get the Black Cat role if she's truly in this movie, I do think it would be Sydney Sweeney. Not because I don't think she's a better actress than Anya Taylor-Joy, but she's already in Sony's wheelhouse. Where like she did a movie with Glenn Powell, Anyone But You. I think that's what it was called, and then she was already in Madam Web, and like
was Immaculate.
Huh?
I think Immaculate was. She has a deal with Sony. That's why I think she did Madam Web to get that deal with Sony. Yeah.
So she can make Anyone But You. Yeah.
I think if they announce who the real lead is, if it's Gwen, I think it's a multiverse movie. If it's Black Cat, it's a grounded street level.
Also, Madeline Klein is another name that's been coming up in these conversations.
It's not just Gwen Stacy's in. It's not just Gwen Stacy's in the movie. No, she's the female lead. They're gonna do multiverse. You know it. They're gonna do Spider-Gwen. Like that. That's how I think they should announce it. Is you reveal who the lead is, and then people will know.
They said and a villain too. They people are getting the villain part of it. They said.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think they should make like a whole big announcement on who this lead is, because I think this is just for one movie on this female lead. I'm gonna be real, but and that's why I agree with Darius. I kind of think it's more Black Cat because
I think so too.
Yeah. Let's be honest. Zendaya's coming back, bro. Like, no, I know people don't want her to come back, which I think is kind of stupid.
She's gonna be in the movie. I just think she'll be in the movie much.
MJ, bro.
Yeah, it's freaking MJ. Like she's
it'll be like her homecoming screen time again, where she's in the movie, but like in the background.
She'll come back. Yeah, she'll be in the movie. But as far as a villain, that's what I want to know.
Scorpion, Michael Mando.
Do it.
Nacho.
Yes, Nacho.
I mean, he's going to be in the animated show. He's going to be in the animated Scorpion's in the animated show is coming out soon. So he's definitely on their mind at the very least.
But on their mind says goddamn Homecoming. Like, what we
been in that end credits.
Goddamn credits.
Just been chilling,
look how long it took the leader to show up after Hulk, bro. It took him like what? 16 years.
I'm thinking right now, my money on whoever the villain is leaning towards Mr. Negative or Scorpion.
Mr. Negative would be sick. It'd be sick.
Yeah.
It's gonna be Venom.
Fuck off.
God, no, please no.
Tell me what's his name.
I'm cool with taking a break from Venom for a little bit after Venom 3. I'm cool.
Yeah, let's recast him too.
Do you guys want him to get the black suit in this movie?
Yeah, be cool.
Not if it's a multiverse movie.
Not if it's a multiverse movie.
Don't waste that on that.
If he just has the black suit in the movie, sure. He'll probably get it in Doomsday.
I don't mind it. At first, I was like, with the ending of No Way Home, I was like, no. I was like very against it, but if you give me a good story there,
it makes sense. If you do
I think it does. I think it, but I do want some screen time with that final swing suit, though.
Yeah, here's what I would do. I would do the black suit over multiple movies. Don't do it one and have it be in Spider-Man 4, but he still has it at the end. He still has it in Secret Wars, and then Spider-Man 5, he gets rid of it, and then you do Venom in that movie. That's what I
kind of like the theory of Doomsday, where he dies at the end, and then the symbiote saves him, and then the fourth movie, and then Secret Wars, he gets it off.
I like that.
That's what I would do.
Because after the reboot, no Reed. So, and he can go in the comics and go to Reed and take it off.
Where did Noah go, bro? Where did Noah go?
Oh, it's a symbiote, man.
Yeah. Symbiote's taking over. But no, Sony is going to CinemaCon next month. March 31st. Yeah. I think that's what CinemaCon is. Yeah. So we probably will get the trades will probably break who's in the movie. Like who's playing the villain and who the villain is and whoever this female lead is, if they have a new female lead, that'll get broken before CinemaCon. I think. Say that again.
I wonder if since we're getting a new female lead who's kind of like not the replacement for Zendaya, but like the new MJ for this movie at least, if we're gonna get a new like Ned, like a best
Harry?
friend. Yeah, like could we get?
Harry.
Yeah, hey, can we get a Harry or a Randy Robertson? Like, can we
probably do a variant of Flash and bring in Agent Venom.
Because here's something. Coleman Domingo is playing Norman Osborn in the animated series. So if they bring in Coleman Domingo to play live action Norman,
that'd be good.
I think that would be a fantastic character.
That'd be sick. People would be mad.
Who cares?
He's already got waves anyways. Basically black. Norman Osborn.
Yeah, that's one thing. I never understand it. If people get mad at like a race swap character, like dog. You gave the man waves. You gave the comic version of the character waves. Come on.
Look at the animated show they're doing. Coleman
Domingo's voice.
Yeah.
He said he wants to be a Marvel too. Coleman Domingo. He said he's been saying it. So
he wanted to be Kang.
Domingo's Norman Osborn.
Yeah, he wants to be
amazing Kang, a Shakespearean Kang.
But they went RDJ Doom.
Yeah,
God. Yeah,
I'll never forget me and Darius first.
I'm just happy. This reminds me of the Fantastic Four casting when they were like doing there was a different name every single week where it just got.
Some people don't like the Fantastic Four casting.
I do.
Sorry, go ahead, Darius. I had to say it. Go ahead.
But I'm just tired. I'm just happy these rumors will finally stop because we've heard that it's going to be with Daredevil. It's going to be Daredevil. We've heard it's going to be with fighting Kingpin. It's going to be. We've heard Hulk and Punisher was like that. That doesn't even make any sense. We've heard Mephisto and Ghost Rider. We've heard like
people still think
Mephisto's never.
What would he do? Like, what are we doing? Like, what?
You've been saying this since WandaVision.
We said we've heard Toby, Andrew, and Daredevil and Ghost Rider at the same time. It's like, what the hell?
Oh my god, that sounds like a clusterfuck. Oh my god.
I think everyone's wrong, and maybe Marvel's putting out fake stuff. Maybe it's just a lot of smoke. Maybe it's a lot of smoke. Maybe these are all rejected ideas they decided not to do. Like, I don't know, but.
The reason why I don't want to bring in Gwen, I want them to save Gwen for Miles.
I agree, actually.
Yes, I agree.
Because the thing with Gwen and Spider-Man with Peter, if Gwen's on screen with Peter, you know she's gonna die. That's the
she's gonna. That's the whole point of her character.
You know it's gonna happen. So
and you know they're not gonna end up together.
Yeah, because MJ's still here.
Come on.
This is why you should never bring Gwen after MJ because like MJ is his true love. So like you're not gonna have, you know what's gonna happen. I don't know. Yeah. Save Gwen for Miles.
You think Tom gonna let them bring another like? You think he ain't about to let that shit happen?
That's his wife, man.
That's his wife, probably.
Wife. It's got a ring on it.
I'm just happy the rumors will stop. Probably. Yeah. So we say that, and there'll be another one next week.
As far as like who I think, if it's Black Cat, I think it's down to two people. I think it's down to Sydney Sweeney or Anya Taylor-Joy.
Although Madeline Klein's a dark horse, I've heard her name pop up a few times.
I would like her to get it. That'd be a good one.
She wants to play Gwen, I think.
I did hear that. She does want.
She can play either. I guess either.
Yeah. You can see it.
Yeah. That'd be good. Either way.
Yeah.
If it's Black Cat.
Hayden List.
That's a good one.
That would be a good one. I would love it.
She got the Disney kid connection. You know, Zendaya.
Some people would act like some Cobra Kai fans would act like they're Spider-Man fans all of a sudden. You don't know shit about the character. But yeah, I think that's it for that one. Should we transition?
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes, sir.
All right. This is the final topic of this episode. We're going to talk about Marvel and just like the future on what they could do to change, you know, be less formulaic. I have a strong opinion on that. I guess I'll start with this one, I guess, because I came up with it. If you've been a Marvel fan and just been watching their movies from like sort of phase one, not all of their films are formulaic, but they do have like a very cookie cutter formula with some of their films, like, you know, with Shang-Chi, you know, just get to the point, like we got shareholders to please, like type movies. Some of the films feel very corporate, and to me, with getting the A-list characters post multiverse saga, I think they should really change that. We're going to be living in a world where Marvel has all the A-listers to their disposal, like the X-Men. I mean, they got to share Spider-Man, but still, they still have them. And the Fantastic Four.
That's important.
And maybe potentially Hulk if they ever do a Hulk movie. Again,
Come on, Universal.
Yeah, Universal. I think that Marvel should take a less formulaic approach and having so many people. And I get it because they have a universe and they're building it, but they should take a less formulaic approach with their films because you need more director-driven films when it comes to characters like the X-Men and like Spider-Man and Fantastic Four. The one thing I will say about Fantastic Four, it does look like Matt Shakman's hand is all over that, like because he is a very period piece type of director, and that's
they let it be in another universe.
Another universe, and it's going to be in the 60s. So
60s, yeah.
Say what you want about the cast, whatever, but the plot of it does. What I hear from that movie, it does sound promising, and
Thunderbolts too sounds different.
It sounds very different, and I like that about Fantastic Four. But I do think that with our fears of Spider-Man 4, they should also, when it comes to solo projects, focus on the solo project. Like if you're Kevin Feige in The Office and you're like, okay, well, this movie comes out in between this. Well, don't change the whole plot because it comes out between two movies that take place in a saga and it's coming to an end. And I just think that, they should be less formulaic and just let the director, whoever you hire, like let them cook. Like I mean, just let them
cook now.
Let them cook. And now, obviously, within reason, because you still have to
don't do the Taika thing. We let Taika.
Don't let them. Yeah, do not let them do be Taika. That's another thing. But
God knows.
I don't know what. I don't know what you guys think, but I've been wanting to talk about this for like a while, and I just think that they should let more directors have a hand at what they do, especially since they like to hire unknown directors and unknown talent and kind of like help put their name on the map. I don't know what are your guys' thoughts on Marvel and what they should change in the future.
I think you're right. I think it's very obvious that it's been very, like what you said, cookie cutter, especially recently, and people just aren't digging it. Like nobody's really digging it. And you can say even the exceptions that are good Marvel movies, like No Way Home, Deadpool, Wolverine, they're still like, they're not great movies from a technical standpoint. It's like I think I love No Way Home and I like Deadpool, Wolverine, but it's very much carried, I think, by the cameos.
It's great at what they do, but yeah, it's like not.
Yeah. I think they do need a reset, which I think is eventually what will happen. And like hopefully what DC is doing, like director-driven movies, like not studios getting in the way. It has to tie into this. Like, no, that's a problem. That is a problem. It's not working. And on the audience members, casual or not casual, they're not liking having to watch all these movies to know what's going on in this movie, watch all these shows. Like, no, it's you got to go back to the basics. Got to go back to the foundations of movies. Not just Marvel, not just superhero movies, just movies. Like make a good.
Stop worrying about the universe connecting.
Yeah, make a good.
Let the post-credits scene take care of that.
Exactly, like how the universe started. Iron Man, great movie, and then the post-credit has a little tie. Like, go back to the basics. Stop trying to connect everything. Stop bringing in all these cameos. Get it out of your system for Secret Wars and Doomsday. Because honestly, I don't have too much hope for that because I think it's going to be like how Phase 4 and 5 and 6 are going to go. Like cameo-based, connecting everything together.
I'll tell you another problem. Movie. Multiverse of Madness doesn't feel like a Doctor Strange movie. It feels like,
multiverse.
Multiverse of Madness. Like I'm saying, like it feels like
it feels like a
Doctor
multiverse.
Strange.
Yeah,
It's like a
Yeah,
Wanda
but
movie or anything
it
else.
feels like a Wanda movie, but that would have been great if it was a Wanda movie. Like just do that, but you get like with that movie and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Ant-Man and the Wasp. I mean, not Ant-Man. Ant-Man Quantumania. That movie did not feel like an Ant-Man movie. Like no matter how you feel about Ant-Man, if I'm going to see Ant-Man, I want to see a movie about Ant-Man. It felt like a movie that set up Kang and set up King Dynasty rather than like just
make
give
a
me
Kang
Kang
movie.
project.
See,
Which would have been cool.
Kang movie.
that's like the hint Marvel should have gotten when the whole Jonathan Majors thing happened. It's like, no, you try to set up it and not make a good movie, and look what happened. Now it's not going to go anywhere because you never know what could happen. Like, no, it's not how you make.
Because they did it right with Thanos once. They're like, we can do this again.
Yeah,
and the reason Thanos worked is because they set up the characters before we even meet Thanos. Like we didn't. Not like they were setting up Thanos. They were putting Thanos in every single movie. Like, oh yeah, by the way, Civil War. Let's put a Thanos cameo in here, even though it doesn't make any sense what Thanos would be in Civil War. Like they didn't do that. They waited for the right time to introduce. Like they put him in the end of Avengers. There's a little tease. Like here's what we're doing. Put him in Guardians because it made sense from being story. Then they put him in. He was in the end of something. Age of Ultron too. And that was it. And they just showed up and
they just sprinkled them in every now and then. That's all they did.
And it worked.
That's all it takes. You don't have to everything has to revolve around the multiverse and the multiverse saga. Like the Infinity Stones weren't in every single Infinity Saga movie. Like there were movies that had nothing to do with that. Yeah. And they let us get attached to the characters like over time. Here's another problem I have with the universe has gotten so big. It takes forever to get sequels to like some of these we've seen Shang-Chi once 4 years ago. We haven't seen the guy since because it takes forever to make a
fuck that. I'm making Spider-Man 4.
Yeah, like we're gonna see Yelena a couple of times because of Thunderbolts this year. But like a lot of these new characters, we don't really know them because we haven't really had the chance to get to know them. There's so many projects coming out. It takes forever to get back to these characters that we were just introduced to. We don't really know these people yet, so it's hard to get attached to them because they appeared like twice.
Yep.
Which is a problem. The universe gets too big. So I think going forward, like I agree, they should let directors like do what they want to do more. And if you still want to have a connect, that's fine. All you have to do is wait for the post-credit scene and go crazy. Connect it to whatever you like. Do that, or have designate a person on set to be like, hey, keep the timeline in order. Like, make sure this makes sense with what we're trying to do in a larger scope. Don't let it invade the movie. Just make sure there's no contradictions, like the stupid shit in Homecoming with 8 years later. That was stupid. How they said how Homecoming, they said that was 8 years after Avengers. That doesn't make any sense. Like, that can't happen. Make sure stuff like that doesn't happen. Make sure obvious inconsistencies don't happen. Like, this character shouldn't be here. Don't mess it up. But you don't have to change a movie's entire plot to fit like another movie's plot. That's not how movies should be made. Like that's not how movies. You shouldn't have let one movie determine an entirely different movie just because the same character might be in it.
The original the energy of making a film is to tell the story about the characters in said film. And that should always be the mindset in making a film. And with these rumors about Spider-Man that I fucking hate, like that tells that they're not doing that. It tells that it's like, okay, well, we need to change this movie because it comes out after a multiverse-centric movie. That's what it tells me. And that should not be the mindset of making a movie. Universe, I don't care if you're in a big universe. Like to me, like if I was Tom, I would say, listen, I'm all for it, like universe and all, but like I'm Spider-Man. Like I want to make a Spider-Man movie, not like a Spider-Man aftermath Doomsday movie. No, like let's not do that.
Yeah, I do think looks like they're starting to learn this lesson in a few places. They're doing it with Fantastic Four. They're letting Matt Shakman cook, which is the right decision. And he proved himself in WandaVision. Regardless what you think about that show, it's impeccably directed.
He has a style, and it seems like they're going to use that style for that project.
They're letting it be in its own universe instead of trying to shoehorn the Fantastic Four into being like part of the MCU the whole time or some dumb shit like some people want them to do. Like, oh yeah, they were here the whole time. They just didn't help, or they like. I'm glad they're not trying to do that. Thunderbolts looks like it has a bit of a different flavor too. I can't remember his last name. His first name is Jake, but he just directed Skeleton Crew as well.
Jake Schaffer, I think that's his name.
Yes, yeah, he directed Skeleton Crew as well. He did great there. Seems like they really like him a lot. So what they should do for me is they should let. This is what I think they were trying to do after Endgame, but stuff happened with Gunn going to DC. Just have different people oversee different corners of the MCU. Like have one person handle like, yeah, this is the grounded stuff. This is the multiverse stuff. This is the supernatural, like Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Blade stuff, like that, all that stuff, and keep them separate. But have these people obviously be in collaboration for your big Avengers, X-Men, whatever crossover films, so that there's still some level of like collaboration there. But otherwise, let one person oversee the different corners. That way, Feige doesn't have to go be stretched thin, because that was another problem. Like, there's too many projects. Feige can't be everywhere at once. And that way you don't have people getting their wires crossed and too many cooks in the kitchen. Like, you have one person oversee one character or one corner of this, like, of the universe. So that way there's a consistent voice in all this, but like there's not too much going on where Feige's going to run around everywhere and be everywhere at once, because that's not. He could do that phases 1 to 3 because there wasn't that many projects, but now there's like multiple shows a year, multiple movies a year. Like, there's too much going on for that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yep. Kind of what Gunn seems like he's doing. Like, Gunn is directing some stuff, but he's really overseeing everything for DC.
What I like that Gunn is doing with DC is that if somebody like Mike Flanagan, he said that Mike came to him and Clayface because he's like, the script is so good, I want to make it. Like, and I kind of like that. Like, one of the things that I feel like Feige kind of messed up on was the Edgar Wright stuff with Ant-Man. To me, I feel like Ant-Man's not a character that like you need to really like be hands-on with. Like, I feel like that's a character that was perfect for Edgar Wright to direct, like a movie that, I feel like Edgar, you could like just let Edgar like do his thing and like, not worried about the connectivity that it would have had with like the bigger scale of the MCU.
Yeah. I wish they would take more chances with big directors. Allegedly, they asked Spielberg to direct Fantastic Four. I don't know if that's true, but people have said that he asked Spielberg, which, I mean, the day Spielberg directs a Marvel, that would never happen. But if it did, like, take more chances like that. Like, they looked at, they took a chance with Jordan Peele too. I think they met with him too. Like, I would love for Flanagan, or I'm trying to think of someone else who I love to direct a Marvel movie, Luca or Edgar Wright.
Yeah, Luca is doing DC.
Sergeant Ross.
Yeah.
Edgar Wright's Spider-Man movie is my dream forever, but it will never happen because Marvel won't let that happen.
I wanted Edgar Wright to direct the Spider-Man 4 so bad, dude.
Never happened.
Me and Derek
especially gets
more every day, bro.
The X-Men stuff, because the X-Men I think lend themselves to like top tier directors more than like any.
X-Men. I have a bad feeling they're going to give the X-Men to the Russos.
I think the Russos are going to be more producing for that after the Secret Wars, honestly, because they're striking out with everything that's not Marvel. Like, the Russos have not been good with stuff that's not Marvel. The new movie does not look very good. That movie looks awful. Electric State.
That looks terrible. It's a Netflix movie, so
they can't cook without Marvel.
That's why I hope Thunderbolts and Fantastic Four are good, because they look different, and I hope Marvel learns the right lesson from that. Like, hey, obviously you need to keep things in line, but you don't have to micromanage the movie like that. Let these directors can cook. Like, let your talent be the talent. Don't shadow direct the movie. Like, let them do what they do.
Yeah.
And don't reshoot everything. Please stop doing that. Jesus Christ.
They got us. That pisses me off. Every time I see a Marvel movie, that's like,
and don't do this. Do not start filming without a finished script. You did it with Iron Man.
Stop doing that shit.
I know they got away with Iron Man, but like, that's because Robert Downey Jr. is a great improviser. You can't keep that It was an accident. You got lucky with Iron Man that you were able to do that. Don't keep doing that.
Stop
you can't
doing
do that.
Like,
Do not shoot without a finished script. Like that you're confident in. Like that's like basic stuff. That's like film school stuff. Like I don't even start filming without a finished script. I don't even do that. Like
don't do that shit, bro.
Make a movie. Not a studio movie. I mean, not a universe movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was episode 4. Any more you guys want to talk about?
A lot of stuff.
That was a long episode.
Mostly Oscars.
1 month in.
1 month anniversary.
1 month anniversary, boys.
I cannot wait.
What are we getting each other? What are we getting each other?
I don't know. I'll give you a nice explosion for the final episode of Cobra Kai. How about that?
I hope we get that.
Not funny. Not funny.
We gotta talk about that soon. We gotta do a Cobra Kai.
Cobra Kai stuff will be coming when the trailer ever comes out.
Then it's never coming.
Probably not.
When the trailer comes out, do you guys want to do like a breakdown?
You do a breakdown. Yeah.
One more for old time's sake. One more
for old time's sake. If you were there, you know.
You know.
And we got some more Cobra Kai stuff coming, just like the marketing, coming right after the show releases.
Yeah, right after.
The show comes out in like 2 weeks, and they have.
There's a thing we've been working on about season 6 that we've been wanting to do for a long time, and we're gonna wait till the end.
The whole show comes out. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, that was episode 4.
Episode 4.
1 month in.
1 month in, baby. Subscribe. Notification bell.
Oh yeah, TikTok's alive again, so follow us there again.
Is back.
TikTok is alive.
It died for like 12 hours.
For at least
for like
80 more days at least.
Let us know if you want to see like any more interactive stuff. Like we can do polls, like stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
All that jazz. Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts. All that.
YouTube Shorts.
Subscribe, like. Catch you in the next one.
See you in the next one, baby. Peace out.
Out.